Ezekiel 27. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is short for Yahweh, Yahweh, Yod-He, Vod-He. There's no difference. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. Yah is an extremely jealous El. He doesn't even want the names of idols to come to, or names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. The letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity. And a direct translation between Hebrew and English, Yehoshua is Joshua. From Hebrew to English. Ezekiel 27. The word of Yahweh came again to me, saying, Now, son of man, take up a lamentation for Sor, and you shall say to Sor, you who dwell at the entrance to the sea, merchant of the peoples on many coastlands, thus said the Master Yahweh, O Sor, you yourself have said, I am perfect in loveliness, your borders are in the heart of the seas. Your builders have perfected your loveliness. They have made all your timbers of fir trees from Senir, Senir. They took a cedar from Lebanon to make a mast for you. Lebanon is Leb with a line underneath of it, Anon. From the oaks of Bashan, Bashan. They made your oars, they made your deck with ivory from the coasts of Kittim. A fine embroidered linen from Mitzrayim was your sail to serve you as banner. Excuse me. Of blue and purple from the coasts of Elisha, Elishah, was your covering. The inhabitants of Sidon, Tsid with a line underneath of it, On, and Arwad, Arwad with a line underneath of it, were your seamen, your wise men, O Sor, were in you, they were your sailors, the elders of Gebal, Geb with a line underneath of it, Al, and its wise men were in you repairing your seams. All the ships of the sea and their seamen were in you to trade your merchandise. Those from Persia, Persia, Lud, Lud with a line underneath of it, and Put, Put, were in your army as men of battle, shield and helmet. They hung up within you, they gave splendor to you. The sons of Arwad and your army were on your walls all around, and the Gammadites were in your towers. Gammad with a line underneath of it, Its, Gammadites. They hung their shields on your walls all around. They perfected your loveliness. Tarshish, Tarshish. Tarshish was your merchant because of your great wealth. They gave you silver, iron, tin, and lead for your merchandise. Awan, Yawan, Tubal, Tub with a line underneath of it, Al, and Meshech were your traders. Meshech is Meshek with a line underneath of it. They exchanged slaves and objects of bronze for your merchandise. Those from the house of Togarmah, Tog with a line on top of it, Armah, exchanged horses and horsemen and mules for your merchandise. The men of Dedan traded with you. Many isles were your market. They brought you ivory tusks and ebony as payment. Ebony. And ebony as payment. I don't know what ebony is. I'll have to look that up. Aram was your merchant because of. Aram, Aram, was your merchant because of the multitude of your works. They gave you emeralds, purple, and embroidery, and fine linen, and corals, and rubies for your wares. For your wares, Wares. Yehuda and the land of Israel were your traders for your merchandise. They exchanged wheat of Minnith, Minnith, and early figs, and honey and oil and balm. Damasek, Dammeseq, not Damasek, which is with a U. Damasek was your merchant because of the multitude of your works, because of your great wealth of goods, with the wine of Helbon, and with white wool. Helbon is H with a dot, Elbon. Wedan, Wed, with a line underneath of it, An, and Awan from Uzal, Uzal, paid for your wares. They exchanged wrought iron, Wrought, wrought iron, Cassia, Cassia, and cane for your merchandise. Dedan traded with you in saddlecloths for riding. Arabia and all princes of Quadar, QE with a half a check mark, D with a line underneath of it, AR, were merchants for you in lambs and rams and goats. They were your merchants. The traders of Sheba, SHEB with a line underneath of it, A. Arabia is ARAB with a line underneath of it, IA. The traders of Sheba and Rama, RA apostrophe MAH, were your traders. They paid for your wares with the choicest spices, with the choicest spices and all kinds of precious stones and gold. Haran, H with a dot, ARAN, and Cana, KANNEH, and Eden, E with a half a check mark, D with a line underneath of it, EN, traders of Sheba, Asher, ASHSHUR, and Kilmad, KILMAD with a line underneath of it, traded with you. They traded with you in perfect items, in purple clothes, in embroidered garments, in chests of multicolored clothes, in strong twinned cords among your merchandise. The ships of Tarshish were the travelers of your merchandise, and you were filled with richly laden in the heart of the seas. Your seamen brought you into many waters, but the east wind broke you in the heart of the seas. Your wealth and your wares, your merchandise and your mariners and your sailors, your repairers of seams and your dealers in merchandise, and all your fighting men who are in you, and the entire company which is in your midst, shall go down into the heart of the seas on the day of your fall, the coasts shaking at the sound of the cry of your sailors, and all the horsemen, the mariners, all the sailors of the sea shall come down from their ships. They shall stand on the shore, and they shall raise their voice and cry bitterly over you, and cast dust on their heads, rolling themselves in ashes, and they shall shave themselves bald because of you, and shall gird themselves with sackcloth, and they shall weep for you with bitterness of heart and bitter wailing. You know, I think it's really expensive nowadays to get sackcloth, and they tried to make it, back then it was very easy, I guess, and you put it on as a form of, like, humbling yourself. Because people who see you wearing sackcloth when you could be wearing purple and scarlet colors and fine linen, they think that you're poor and that you're therefore not worth their time. And then you put dirt on yourself and all that stuff. You're humbling yourself. But nowadays, sackcloth is like pretty expensive, or when you get it in the store, it's not even sackcloth anymore. It's more like that plastic crap. Just wear old raggedy clothes, roll around in the dirt outside. Problem solved. And in their wailing for you they shall take up a lamentation, and they shall lament for you, who is cut off in the midst of the sea like sore. When your wares went out by sea, you have filled many peoples with your great wealth, and your merchandise you have made the sovereigns of the earth rich. In the time you are broken by the seas, in the depths of the waters, your merchandise and all your company shall fall in your midst. All the inhabitants of the isles shall be astonished at you, and their sovereigns shall be greatly afraid. Their faces shall be troubled. The merchandise among the peoples shall whistle at you. You shall become a horror and no more, and be no more forever. Forever, which means you're never coming back.